Happy holiday everyone, it's Christmas today and I decided what is not more Christmassy than Santa Claus as a servant. Or Saint Nicholas if you want to go that way, because that was actually his original name before he became Santa Claus. That he is today. So I decided to dedicate this day, this servant wanted, to our favorite red-dressed, bearded fat guy of the year. Wait a moment. The history of Santa Claus is, as many know, based in the history of Saint Nicholas and Christian bishop from the 4th century. A very old man at this point. He's dead, I assume. And Saint Nicholas was famous for giving gifts to the poor and particularly helping 3 poor daughters with dowries so they didn't need to become prostitutes. So he was like super religious and super kind. What I kind of really hope that religious people should be, you know, kind and helpful to those people that are less fortunate than us. Though, like any other mortal, does he die? But not after he'd been fighting the 5 demons of Nazareth on his own. And his legend will live on as Satan. I mean Santa. I mean, when you think about it, you can't spell Satan without Santa and not Santa without Satan. I think there is a slight connection there, maybe just me. And of course, under the Reformation, under the Luther guy, did they kind of change Saint Nicholas to Santa Claus. However, the jolly fat man we know of today gained a lot of popularity due to the Coca-Cola company advertising in the 30s. It even spawned some urban legends that Santa Claus was invented by Coca-Cola actually. That was how big Santa Claus became through Coca-Cola, and also why he was wearing this classic red and white, because it was actually the colors of the logo and all of that. And not to mention that Santa Claus hijacked the Germanic tradition Jule, because we pagans were not allowed to have fun, said the Christian overlords apparently. Because you know, Christianity was pretty dang boring. We only have Satan Claus here! We want to have fun too! With gifts! So we gotta take this pagan holiday and make it our own! Cause Jesus was born then! For some reason. So he began with a kind, religious man giving gifts to the poor, to become a fat man that we love and hate today and is the slave under the corporation greed. Damn you corporations! And now over to classes. I have 3 classes in mind for this fat guy. The first one is the obvious rider, with his sleigh and his reindeer that he can ride around as best as he wants. And it sounds kind of bad when I say it like that, doesn't it? But yes, rider makes sense. And second class I actually have in mind is ruler. As a good saint he's based on, would it fit him to be one actually? And I mean, who doesn't know about Santa Claus? Even if you're not Christian or you are not Germanic or a pagan or whatever, you probably do have heard about this fat guy in some kind of way. The third one is not a class, but rather an altar, which I think would be Satan Claus. I think it kind of fit the theme, you know, red, fat, slave master, that people either love and fear. I think it kind of fits the bill, you know. Let's go with that. Being Santa Claus and being such a famous character in the world, of course, he would rock some really amazing stats. As you can see, he has some really crazy stats. I really think they fit him kind of well. Fatness A, Beard S, Elf Slavery A, Punish All the Children B. He's a bit weak on that side as well. He's Ho 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 B. I feel like he could probably get a little bit better on that. And then Satanic Powers S+, obviously that is his greatest strength, to be able to harness the power of hell. And now of course when it comes to abilities he would have some different ones depending on his class, but in general I think some of these would fit quite well. First one is Home Invasion EXE, because nothing is too small for him to enter. That did not sound good at all. I'm terrible sorry. One Night Stand EXE, because he only works 1 night over the entire year. Rest of the day he doesn't do anything. So I think that like, I mean, he had one great power over 1 night. But he want to use that power for I don't go into that. And then of course we have the last one, which is Slave Master A. Having hundreds of thousands of little elves under his boot, he of course have mastered the art of putting other people to slavery and work whatever he wants them to do. It sounds kind of awful when I say it like that, but hey, he's Santa Claus. And now of course we come to the grand epic stuff, the noble phantasm of Santa Claus. And I have 2 different ones here depending on which class he is, but they could actually work for pretty much most of them. For rider though, I would probably suggest Ho Ho Ho, I got a machine gun. Santa knows when you've been naughty, and when it's time to punish you, he knows how to do that. And he do that with the old classic machine gun that brings the pain. Santa Claus pulled this enormous fucking gun from his sack, sorry for the mental image, and fire at everyone. Those that have been reasonably naughty take 50% more damage than everyone else. His ho 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 also power up with 1% per ho, so the more he laughs and hoeing, the stronger the guns get, and this buff also stacks with a naughty buff, so it can be quite dangerous, so don't let him laugh too much and hoeing around, it will definitely cause very lots of pain. And for the ruler, of course, I felt, what is not more fitting than the elf army? Being the master of hundreds of thousands little elves will rule some of these little slaves to do Santa's bidding. One elf is nothing, you know, they are pretty annoying, colorful idiots, and they don't really do anything in particular, but when there are thousand upon thousand of them surrounding you, do they easily become quite overwhelming. I mean, they have no emotions nor logic, they are pretty fucked up in that way, and are simply a hive mind connected to Santa. They are Santa's little help after all, and he can pretty much manipulate them, making them like a wave or crushing you under the tide of little helpers that is actually kind of fucking scary in many ways. Also, any children under 8 that is near this hive mind Santa Claus might actually be affected as well and become slave. Though, if you are very quick to nab them and pull them away, they should be safe. Put them on a leash though. So this is all for now of this Servant Wanted. This was obviously most in jest and humor. Still though, I actually would love to have a Santa Claus servant, not an alter version of G-Doc and Saber and all of that. But that is me. And I'm gonna promise to be more serious with the next video, and hopefully it's gonna be something interesting. So thank all of you for watching, happy holiday, and have a good, awesome day.
Have you been naughty, Lano?
Santa? I've been nice this year. I promise.
I just heard you've been on my naughty list for being fucking idiot.
What is this?
So here you go.
No,